Hello everyone, welcome once again to the final day of the 44th Chess Olympiad in Chennai. And sorry for this late recap, not really feeling well today, having a mild flu. And in this final round, we have the team India 2, the young team from India, getting the bronze medal. All right, and one of the decisive games was played by Ronak Sadwani on board 4 against Nesipiano. Let's check out the game. Sadwani went for e4, e6. I remember I played Sadwani just this year in the Sharjah Masters round number 1. And it was in May. That was what, about 3 months ago. Okay, it was a very complicated game, but this is a strong kid. Lost to him. Sacrificed 2 pieces with the wrong execution. And against these kids, you cannot go wrong. Yeah, you got to be precise also. All right, let's check it out. Caro-Kann, 5e5, the advanced variation of the Caro-Kann. Bishop f5, knight f3. e6, bishop e2, c5, bishop e3. Knight e7 castles. Knight e7, c4. This is a pretty good reaction for white, especially that black has a castle unit. Okay, when the opponent has a castle, it can break the center. Takes the c4. Control of b5. Knight into c3. Knight c6. d5. An interesting sacrifice by white, sacrificing the central pawn. Takes, and then bishop e2. Knight takes f3, takes on f3, and here black played knight e5. The reaction for black, I don't know, it's not ideal, I guess. But maybe queen c7 is fine here for black. You have to protect the d7 pawn. Okay, if rook e1 is bishop d6, you have a counter play on h2. And if let's say h2, just go e5. Well, if opponent captures this pawn on e6, just have to take e6. Maybe knight d5 here. Let's take a look at knight d5. E takes d5. King takes d5. Maybe this is very complicated. Bishop takes h2, king h1, bishop e5, bishop takes c5, castle screen side. Okay, this is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, okay, c1. Unclear here. It's hard to assess this position, but maybe a better version of the game. Okay, bishop takes f3. Knight e5. What I don't like here is that you have the bishop f4, knight to d3. Looks strong. Optically, it looks good for black, but this king. Knight looks good, but not the king. Takes, and takes on b7 here. Bishop c6. King l7. Bad placement of the king. Bishop e4, c4. Black has to close the file, of course. Has to close the d5 pawn. Queen f3. All the bishop e3 here is good enough. If let's say rook d7, you can take that bishop on f5. It takes. Alright, it takes f5. And maybe a move like knight a4. Because if here knight takes b2, it's queen f3. Yes. Let's take a look at knight takes a4, king takes f5. King g8, for example. Yeah, okay, d1. With a king, yeah, bad king. Displays knight. Queen e6 is coming here. Okay, queen f3, queen f6. Takes. Rook f1. Problem for black is the underdeveloped bishop and rook. It will take some time. And he played king g8. Knight e4. Okay, you have to play h5, h4 just to develop that rook. Right, you need that rook in the game. Queen takes b2. Okay, temporary pawns. But look at the rook on h8. Knight g5. Targeting e6. Knight takes e6. f7, rook a d1. Finally, the bishop has moved at b4. e3. Bishop went back to e7, h3. Okay, black cannot go g5 here because of the pin. Spin g3, and it only makes matters worse. So he went back queen f6, queen to d5, pin to the king. Finally, the rook is going to move, or is it? Bishop g3. He played queen f5. Maybe this is the chance for black to at least play the move, rook c8, yeah? Let's move it away. He played queen f5. Alright. Rook e5, tempo on the queen. Rook d1. Okay, finally the rook has moved, but too late. This time there's rook e3. Compared it to, okay, sorry. Compared it to the earlier one. If you go rook c8 here, for example, alright. There's no rook e5, yeah? Rook d1, for example. Okay, instead of queen, maybe I move back the bishop to f5 and just take that knight away. Where's the knight going? Or maybe knight takes g7 is possible? Because if queen takes g7, this rook takes e7, I guess. Oh yeah, queen takes f5 is coming here. Okay. Rook c5, counterplay, queen takes f7, c7, rook takes e7. I'm fine with this takes. Rook takes, for example, and king takes. That's fine, yeah? That's one. Black could hold. But with queen f5, tempo, rook e3, or white threatening rook f3, nice bishop controlling f2. This pass pawn doesn't really matter. Bishop f5, two lay rook f3 pin. g6, nice move, bishop h4. Takes an e6. If you capture this bishop, there's knight g5, discovered attack on f7. Oops! Capture bishop takes, queen takes f7, you go king h8, rook e8. Takes, king g7, and then white has g4. White is winning here. Queen is trapped on h4. Bishop cannot move because of the rook f7 mate coming up. h4, bishop e6, rook takes, normal attack. Queen takes f3, he had to sacrifice his queen. Takes on h4, nice move. Threatening g6, f7, and also h4. Rook g7, take the bishop. The rook can go back to e1, stopping the pass pawn. Queen f4, protecting c1 with two major pieces, rook and queen. Rook c7. If the rook, for example, goes rook to d7, threatening here, you can just simply play queen c1. Okay, to be safe, and then just king g2. Or even, okay, even queen a4 is also possible here. Rook d7, queen a4 attacks the rook and protect d1 also, yeah. So rook c1, king g2, queen d6, check, f4, check, and then f5, black resign. Okay, you can take on f5, then queen takes h5, pass pawn. King can just go h2. Potential mate also with rook g1. Threat is also queen takes f5. Okay, strong games also by the young team. India 2, they played better than Team India 1. Most of the veterans, Hari Krishna and all that company. Well, thanks to Gukesh also, who had an amazing performance in the Olympiad. He was almost perfect, by the way, at that game against Abdusaturov. Could have been a gold medal for Team India too. Had he won that game, he was actually winning that game. Gukesh was winning the penultimate round against Nordibek. but things happen for a reason. Yeah, maybe it wasn't meant to be, and it's meant for Uzbekistan. But this young team, they're here for years to come. They still could get stronger every year. They're probably winning more tournaments, open tournaments all over the world. So let's keep an eye also on this Indian team. The only country with three teams. Yeah. Some countries they are having a hard time to form one team, but it's easy for India to actually create three teams. And not only that, there are still maybe 20 other players who are also capable of playing for a team, yeah, in India. They have 75 grandmasters, strong grandmasters. Oh, India is rocking the chess world these days also with young players. Thanks to Vishy, it's Vishy's inspiration for these young players. With the help of his friends, Kramnik, Gelfand, who's training this young team. And we also hope that our team Philippines will follow their footsteps, bringing in young energy, young talents in the future. So that is it. Bronze for the young Indian team, composed of Gukesh, Nihal, Sarin, Pragnananda, Ronak Sadwani, and the Beast, Baskaran Adiban. Thank you guys for supporting our channel, Charles Max Chess and Charles Max Entertainment. And that's it for now. Stay safe, everyone.